So basically, I need to change out these leaf springs because they're broke and cracked. First thing you want to do is you want to get the truck actually up to where the weight is off of the axle. The weight's off of the leaf springs. So you block it back there, and then you come in with a floor jack to catch your axle. Because the first thing you're going to do is take these U-bolts right here off. But when you loosen and take these off, something needs to hold the axle. That's why the jack's there. It's a 30 millimeter. So if you have a bed like this on it with cabinets, you'll have to drill a hole or cut a hole to get that bolt out. That one you can get out with a 13/16, and then your front one's going to be a 30 millimeter. So now that you got the U-bolts out, axle's held up by the jack, now we're going to come in and take the spring hanger bolts out, and then you can get the spring out after that. Replacing the leaf springs on F450. So this is the 4th leaf spring I've replaced on this truck, both sides. And they keep breaking here every time. Of course, you got to change the top. You got to change out this block on the new spring. It's just the way they come. Whatever. So anyhow, since I'm changing this anyways, taking the center pin out, I'm getting rid of these shims. These shims actually leave a gap in here and cause all this stress to go to one point. I think it's a design flaw. 4 leaf springs later. So the deal with this here, these springs, when you order them for a 450, 08 450, this is how they come. But you have 4.5 inches right here, and these are really rounded. And what you need is 6 1/4, not so rounded. They come that way. I've changed them out every time. So that's what we're gonna do, and reuse the center pin. So this is also what you want to do too. When you're going to take these apart, make sure they're the exact same. One side has a bigger hole than the other side, so I'm going to lay this just like it should go. Now I'll take them apart and put the old blocks back in. Junk shit design flaw, gone. Another junk shit design flaw. Now I gotta cut this one apart and get this block and this mount. So either way, that's gonna get destroyed. So. Wipe them off, get any dirt, because when you tighten it, then it'll not be truly tight. So there's our block. And this dude went on. And then this block, we're going to have to push down and hold on it to get that nut started.
it loose like that?
So it can move. Because if it's tight, it'll end up just chewing the rubber.
Oh.
So.
And you want it to move, or you want it?
Yeah, you want it to move. You don't want it to be tight, because then it just sits there and it'll chew the rubber.
Oh.
The shackle in the back, it wants to work against you.
Oh.
Pull bolt and that bolt loose until you get your axle lined up. Now that gives you a little play, and then you come back and tighten everything. Axle needs to go back in order to line up the hole. And what I did is I loosened the U-bolts on the other side so I could be able to move this to line it up. I loosened them just a little bit so you can move it.